Are you working or worshiping the Lord? In Isaiah 58:6, God says, "Is this not the fast I have chosen, that you loose the bands of wickedness, undo the heavy burdens, and let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke?" Our God is not a God who needs our grumbling servitude and service or sacrifice. No, he made the one sacrifice that was necessary so that we could walk free from absolutely every burden. We could walk in freedom. The word says all of creation testifies to his glory, and that includes us. We also should, in our work, in our daily, day-to-day lives. But the works that are good, they come from a humble heart posture that is to serve the King and listen for his command and see what his will truly is. It's not a work for outward selfish, self-seeking glory. It is not so we can be a good Christian. It's not so others can think that we have it all together or think that we have the best lifestyle that there is. It's remembering you belong at his feet always. There's not one thing that you can do to be saved. So the one thing is to sit at his feet and show gratitude, show thanks for what he did. We have to listen to him, to obey his commands. He says, "I desire obedience rather than sacrifice." And if he desires us to walk humbly, for he resists the proud, he desires that we care for one another as he has cared for us, that we honor our parents, that we serve our families, that we do not mumble and groan, that we have a cheerful, generous heart. This is all we should be doing, is following him. We should not load our own backs up with chains of religion or dutiful devotionals, daily checklists. It's not a chore. He's more than a book. He's more than a to-do list. He did not die so that we could memorize scripture, so that we could follow 600 commandments. He died for one thing, to bring us back to himself in the secret place, the holy place. He's given us access to it. Well, when we resist his simple commands, when we resist what he says to do, and we grimace and distort our face so that others can see us fasting, aka really studying and really working hard, instead of focusing on salvation and the cross and focusing on his one sacrifice and focusing on our own walk and our own humility and heart posture and sitting at his feet and allowing ourselves to be crushed into oil, then we become a bearer of a burden that we can never undo. He already undid it on the cross. So anoint your head with oil. Your daily life is an act of worship. It can and should be an act of worship by following the instructions to love God and to love our neighbor as he loves us, not as we think we should love them, but as he loves us. We don't puff our chests out and continue adding things to our mental list to make us proclaim how holy we are. It should come naturally. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and everything else will follow. Matthew 6:33.